Welcome, everybody, into the Charles White State Farm Coaches Show. I'm Gabe Stace. Today we're joined by head men's and women's rodeo coach Shelbie Rose. Shelbie, it's rodeo week. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. This is probably the busiest week of the year, but we're getting things done and we're about ready for it.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to come chat with us for a few minutes. Let's first talk about last weekend at Fort Hays State. The men had their second runner-up finish of the year. The women's team won the rodeo. How good does it feel, and maybe how important was it for you to kind of see those results come in?
It feels really good when you get to watch these guys practice and work at it, and you know that they have the ability to do that. It's really cool to see it happen in real time. I've been proud of this group of kids. They're pretty young as a whole, and they're really getting it figured out, and they're working hard. So it was a lot of fun. It also makes going into your home rodeo week a lot more fun when you do good the weekend before.
Absolutely. Individually, talk about kind of who shined at Fort Hays State that led you to such team success.
We had quite a few. The leaders of the pack, though, would have had to been Luke Tippmann and Fallon Thompson. Luke won the men's all-around and was fourth in the bareback riding and won second in the team roping with Fallon. And Fallon also got a few points in the breakaway, so they kind of led the pack. Riley Stark, he did what we've all been thinking he would do all year long, and he put on some good rides in the bronc riding and walked away with, I believe, his first belt buckle since he's been in the United States. So that was a pretty cool moment. Zane Crickmeyer, he's been pretty solid for us all year long. He won second in the calf roping. Zane and Luke and Helen Poor and Camry and Kylie all still kind of have a pretty good shot at the college finals, depending on how they get along this weekend. So that was fun.
That's great to hear. And when you kind of look back, going all the way back to the beginning of August, where have you seen this team, and maybe specifically some individuals, where have you seen some growth from your programs?
I've seen a lot of growth. Luke's done a heck of a job. He's a freshman. He's really the only freshman bareback rider that's getting along very well. The rest of the guys he's competing against have a few years on him, and that can be a big deal. And he's really honed in, and he's really come a long ways. Zane's been good for us for a couple years, and he's a senior this year, but he's really putting it together and making every run count. So that's been fun. On the girls' side, Kylie and Camry have always been a couple girls we can count on. Fallon's been really good. Helen Poor's really stepped up here at the end, so it's been fun to watch.
Great. For you personally, it's the first year as both the men's and women's head coach. You were just recently named the Central Plains Region Coach of the Year for the sixth straight year. Congratulations, by the way. But what have you learned kind of overseeing both programs for the very first time?
I've learned that it takes a lot. I used to kind of get to just focus on one side, and so I've had to learn to manage my time a little better and spread it amongst everybody. But it's been a blast. I've actually really enjoyed coaching the men's team a little bit more than I had in the past. They've been a lot of fun, and it's great to get to do both of them.
We mentioned it in the open, but Rodeo Week is here. The Pioneer Days are coming up right around the corner. Kind of give us the rundown of what people can expect if they're thinking about attending the rodeo. What days are the rodeo? What times for the days? And what should people know in general for the Doc Gardner Memorial Rodeo?
So we'll kick off actually Thursday afternoon with the little slack and the team roping and the goat tying. And then our first performance is Thursday night at 7 p.m. Admission is free. Thursday night we'll have a wild ride in the bronc riding, which is always entertaining. It's a crowd favorite. We got 6 guys, and they'll wear who knows what as a costume and put on a pretty good show. So that's fun. We also have a college kid steer scramble. There's a couple $100 on the line there. Friday morning, we'll start back with slack at 9 a.m. So if you're just in it for the action, you can come and you can watch a lot of runs Friday morning. Friday night, we'll have another performance at 7, free admission again, and then we'll finish it off Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock with the short round. And again, it's free for everybody.
I know it's not your first rodeo. It'll be my first rodeo, so I'm excited for it. Kind of looking forward a little bit, College National Rodeo Finals. Take us kind of through how qualification works for that, and maybe some athletes that we could see from OPSU make that.
Yep. So this is the last rodeo of the year, so we'll know who makes the college final Saturday afternoon. They take the top 3 individuals in each event, plus first and second in the men's and women's all around both get a bid, and then the top 2 teams from the year standings in the men's and women's both. So we have some kids that have a pretty good shot right now. Luke's winning 3rd in the bareback riding. If he just keeps doing what he's doing, I foresee that he'll get to make his first trip to Casper. Zane Crickmeyer's right in the hunt. Helen Poor has a shot. I believe Laney Masters has a shot. Camry Slavin has a shot. So there's some hope there for those guys.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking the time out of this very busy week, stop by and chat with us. We wish you the very best of luck in finishing up the season strong.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
This has been the latest edition of the Charles White State Farm Coaches Show, and we will see you with the next episode.